for taking on Seth Etherton. We'll have the highlights for you tonight at 10. At 5, we talked about one of the newest Cowboys, quarterback Randall Cunningham, and his role with the team. Well, Mike Rogers has rounded up the former Viking and Eagle. He joins us now with a bit more personal side. Mike.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Another day of practice is done, and by now you guys probably know that I'm from Philadelphia, and this is my second training camp, so it still is a little weird to see all these Cowboys up close and personal. Well, if it's weird for me, it must be weird for the guy who's next to me. Randall Cunningham, obviously. Randall, what is it like being a Dallas Cowboy and seeing all these guys that were your biggest enemies?
Well, they were always on the opposite side of the ball, and, I've learned to appreciate them over the years, and, now we're on the same team, and, they got a dynasty behind them, and hopefully I could fit right in with them.
A lot of people thought in years past that you didn't have much left. You came back a couple years ago, you won the MVP. Is that something that drives you? If you want to keep showing them that you still do have enough left?
Well, you know what? I thought that I was completely done. I really was prepared to just let it go forever. But my desire inside is just to do what the Lord calls me to do. And as I continue to study the Word and understand that I got to deny myself those retiring times and all that crazy stuff that I did in the past, has to be over with. So, yeah, I desire to play more.
You guys have been friends now for about probably since the beginning of your careers, you and Troy Aikman. Talk about the relationship that you guys have, and what's it like playing with Troy this year?
Well, a lot of respect for Troy, the utmost respect. The relationship is going well. We've been talking more probably than we've ever talked, Basically, we have more time now. And what I like about him is he's so professional, and he's a student of the game, and he's a man who's standing there and get his job done.
We'd like to thanks Randall Cunningham. Randall, thanks a lot. I embarrassed him, too. I mentioned the Randall Cunningham show that I used to watch when I was a kid. And ironically enough, the first game of the year is against those Philadelphia Eagles. Matt, let's send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. The Cowboys are back to two-a-days again tomorrow. Mike will have more for us from the field. Of course, have all the highlights for you tonight at 10. Interleague play does bring us some fun games sometimes, though. The battle they would hold 4-2 victory to take the upper hand as the Battle of Chicago will roll into the weekend. And it is Friday, which also means it's time for our Traveling Sports Trivia Challenge. Not all the fun is outdoors during the summer. In fact, with heat like this, a perfect day to go inside, do a little bowling. Mike Rogers is live in Sherman now with this week's Fun Friday. And, Mike, I have to bring it up. Big, fat gutter ball there before the break. I don't know what to say.
Well, it's obviously not the best part of bowling, but, I got to tell you, the best part of bowling is it's always the shoes. I love these things. I might be walking out with them. We are live here at Lone Star Lanes here in Sherman, Texas, and I want to bring in Bill Freeman, the owner of Lone Star Lanes. Bill, this is a great new facility here on Highway 1417. What has the response been like so far?
It's been fantastic. We've had people from everywhere, from around 3 or 4 counties, and we appreciate the response and want everybody to come out and see our new place. We put a lot of work out here.
Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
And our contestant this week taking the Fun Friday Trivia Challenge. Let's meet him right now. Tell us your name and where you're from.
My name's Alan Simpson. I'm from Sherman, Texas.
Sherman, Texas, local guy. He will be playing for 6 passes to Frontier City Amusement Park and a free weekend of bowling for your family. Compliments of Lone Star Lanes. Let's get right to the question. This term is commonly known as the toughest shot in bowling. Is it A, the 7-10 split, B, the old 86er, C, the catch-22, or D, the 7-11 Slurpee?
We'll go with A, 7-10 split.
You're exactly right. Let's move on to question number 2. Woody Harrelson's co-star in the movie Kingpin was A, Eddie Murphy, B, Eddie Murray, C, the other Eddie Murray, or D, Bill Murray?
This is an absolute guess. I have not a clue. D, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is right. 2 for 2. That's not bad. 2 for 2. Maybe I should make the questions a little bit harder next week. Our last question of the night. This avid bowler and native Texan was known as the Wild Thing. Name the Rangers reliever who was traded for Rafael Palmeiro. Was it A, Tom Henke, B, Jeff Russell, C, Mitch Williams, or D, Dickie Knowles?
I don't know.
Got to pick one.
C.
Dickie Knowles? Well, he's not the Wild Thing. It was Mitch Williams. But 2 out of 3 is not bad. He's won 6 free passes to Frontier City Amusement Park and a free weekend of bowling for your family. Thanks for joining us tonight. And Lawson, me and you, pal, I'm throwing out the challenge right here tonight. You're on.
Yeah, some challenge. All I got to do is hit one pin, apparently, and it's all good. So, of course, let's not forget Rangers-Padres. We'll have highlights at 10.
Thanks, Matt.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Before tonight's game, Ivan Rodriguez was named the starting catcher in this year's All-Star game. The 9th time in his career Pudge has gotten that honor. Great for him. His team, the Texas Rangers, faced the A's in the second game of their series, and it was the A's jumping out to the early start. Ben Grieve with the shot right off Esteban Loaiza. 2-0 A's in the first. Didn't take them long. The Rangers, they start a comeback in the third. Scott Sheldon, he gets a start tonight for Royce Clayton, and he makes the most of it. A 2-1 game on the Sheldon homer. The Rangers offense didn't stop there. Still in the third, Rafael Palmeiro, an RBI machine this year. A base hit to right field. Frank Catalanato comes around to score 3-2 Texas. And what would these highlights be on 4th of July without some fireworks? Rafi, again, his 22nd home run of the season. And here are those fireworks I promised you, courtesy of Rafi. The Rangers are up 9-7. That ball game is in the 9th. We mentioned the American League All-Star starters were named today. We'll get to that in a second. The team with the most wins in baseball will not have one of their players in the starting lineup. That probably won't faze the Chicago White Sox, though, tonight against the Royals. Ray Durham. I got a question. Can I put this one on the board?
At the track, he jumps, looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Oh, okay. I guess I can. 1-0 White Sox, Jose Valentin. And that was so much fun, I actually want to put another one on the board.
You can put it on the board. Yes!
2-0 White Sox, but the Royals, it was their night tonight. They've come back. It's 10-7 right now. Royals lead that game in the 9th. First place Blue Jays meeting the Indians, and Tony Bautista continues to swing his hot bat. His 25th home run of the year gives the Jays an early lead, but don't count out the Tribe just yet. Game tied in the 7th. Kenny Lofton, a double to the left that scores Richie Sexton and Enrique Wilson. 9-4 final this afternoon at Jacobs Field. American League scoreboard: Baltimore over New York and the Red Sox over the Twins. Here's your American League starters for next week's game. Ivan Rodriguez catching, Jason Giambi at first, Alomar Ripken and A-Rod round out the infield. Bernie Williams, Jermaine Dye, and Manny Ramirez are the rest of your outfielders. Last year on the 4th of July, it was one of the worst days in the career of Pirates catcher Jason Kendall. He injured his ankle in one of the worst plays you'll ever see in baseball. Well, this year it's a different story for Kendall. This afternoon against the Cubs.
Left field corner, Brad Brown is over. It is gone. A 2-run homer for Jason Kendall. And the Pirates.
His 7th home run of the year on a day I'm sure he will never forget. He leads the Pirates to a 10-4 win this afternoon at Wrigley Field. Expos and Braves, and Betsy Ross taking in some of the action tonight. No, that's not Betsy. Braves down 2-1. Bobby Bonilla shot to center. And keep your eyes on the fan. He brings the glove, and it comes in handy. How about that guy? The Braves hat and the flag and everything. Good for him. Expos still up 3-1 in the 6th. Then Chipper connects. A bases-clearing double for Jones. And Greg Maddux and the Braves, they go on to win 7-3 tonight over the Expos. National League scores: San Francisco over the Rockies and the Marlins over the Mets. Your National League starters for next week's game: Piazza, McGuire, Kent, Jones, and Larkin. And your outfield, look at this outfield: Griffey, Sosa, and Bonds. Wow. Finally to the NBA. The free agent market looks to be settling in Orlando. The Magic are reportedly close to signing a deal with Piston star Grant Hill. The Detroit forward spent the last 6 years in the Motor City. But a deal with the Magic is all but done. The signing of Hill will also increase the Magic's chances of signing Spurs superstar Tim Duncan. NBA rules prohibit free agents from signing them until August 1st. You know, there's still some time left. Maybe we can head down to the